running on 251, attacking targets at objective Chimera.
What's everyone else on for the package?
Stand by.
And this is flight lead 41 checking in on 254.
41, 42 checking in on 254.
Lima Charlie.
This is 41 checking in. 44 checking in.
Loud and clear for.
Code 43 checking in.
3's loud and clear.
Go ahead. Third one. Yeah, third one, took it in. Yeah.
Wrong fucking radio.
5 foot, wrong radio.
So if I've got this right, I think the winds are southeasterly, about 10 metres a second, so that means we'll be taxiing to 29 right, 29 right. Okay, for flight, this is 41, let's sound off, so 1. You there?
42's here.
Roger, 43, you there?
Okay, 43 here.
Roger, and 44.
Affirmative.
Thank you. Stand by. Okay, for flight, your flight lead is just going to step out, and so you can see me stepping out in the centre. I'll be doing a right-hand turn. I'm just going to form up behind the Tomcat there, and then I have number 2, 3, and 4. Form up behind me, please.
2.
I'm just going to just stop short of the feeding taxiway here.
Alright, 3-4. And we're going to follow you out.
3's taxiing.
Colt 4-1, Colt 1-1, be advised we've got a random has turned up, over.
Roger, thank you.
Okay, Colt 1-1, be advised that we have one aircraft still starting up.
Number 4 rolling.
Roger, 4. Number 3, you rolled and ready to go?
Yeah, we just got one pilot, one aircraft still starting up, so we're just waiting for him to start up and then we'll be ready to go.
Sorry mate, I was talking to 4-3, sorry. 4-3, you ready to go?
So,
Yeah, 4-3's in position. Spot 3 behind target.
Roger, number 2, you're in position?
Yep.
Roger, and number 4.
Yep.
Roger, sounds good. Very well done, guys. I'm just going to step on out, left-hand turn, and head down the taxiway to 29 right. We have a bit of a hurry there, making sure we go the right way.
Is that Colt 1 that's taking off now?
Lead aircraft rolling is Colt 4-1.
Comms check, 254.
Lima Charlie, down and clear. Okay, Colt 4 flight, we'll be doing a two-element takeoff, so we'll be taking off in pairs, side by side, and probably with about 5 seconds separating between the two elements.
Lead, this is 3, confirming elements will be 1, 2, and then 3, 4.
Sunday, sorry. Cyclone 3.
Confirming elements are 1, 2, and 3, 4.
Roger, 1, 2, and 3, 4.
Lead, I spawned into the wrong aircraft. I'm in Colt 1, but I should be in Colt 4.
Stand by. We've got no spare slots on 4. What you can do is you can form up, and you can be Colt 4-5 if you want, if you can slot them behind. Have you got it started up yet?
Affirm.
Roger, whereabouts are you? You're still on the apron, okay. So what we're going to do, Colt 4 flight, we're going to take a left-hand turn up here onto the apron, and we're going to wait for 4-5 to join us.
2.
3.
So indicator lights on to left, and click, click, click. We'll be doing left-hand turn here up Charlie, and just onto the apron. Okay, so Silver, you're Colt 4-5, okay?
Copy that. 4-5.
Roger, and as you just come down the east-facing taxiway, you'll see us pulled off to the left there, and just come up behind us and form up as our number 5.
Copy that.
Okay, Colt.
Unreadable last. Number Colt 4-4, just go past me.
Silver, that's 3-4, but I've passed your message on. We're passing now.
Roger that.
Why is it raining in the sunny sky?
I believe that's a Tiger Shark special.
Really? No one else is seeing rain on their cockpit?
Yeah, affirmative, I am.
Yeah, I was saying it before.
Hey, good, Floyd.
G'day.
Mate, is there a guard frequency for the entire server?
None that I'm listening to. The training frequency is this one. The other flights are 253, 252, and 251. Most flights will be listening to this particular frequency, but it will be very chatty though.
Yeah, cool. It's not 255 with the Harrier.
Roger.
Show us traffic, Colt 11 on approach, runway 90. Right.
Colt 4 flight coming to a stop. So brakes on. again, sorry. This is 1.
What's the takeoff order going to be for this? There's a lot of aircraft backing up on the taxi.
Yeah, roger. That's 3 flight and some Harriers and so on. We're just going to let them go ahead, and they'll be taking off on 29 right. 3 flight, if you're hearing, just say, as you take off, do your normal form up, and then head off to the tanker.
Copy that.
Thank you, sir. It's Cypher, isn't it? You're on U31?
Yep.
Roger. You can do your form up procedure however way you like. The way I was going to do it with my flight was I was just going to take off and then do a which was 29. So I'll probably do a left-hand turn and head 270 and 7,000 feet at slow speed, so 240 knots, and then just wait for the remaining elements just to catch up quick, and then climb out from them. But you do it however you want.
Yeah, copy that. We'll wait for everyone to catch up. We'll go into a bit of an orbit and wait for you guys to catch up.
Yep, roger. And you'll be able to hear where we are just by what I'm saying. We'll be heading off to the tanker as soon as we form.
Yeah, copy that.
Okay, so it looks like you're the tail in Charlie. If you can just hit your brakes and come to a stop there, please. That's the one, and Silver, you'll be Colt 4-5, so 4-5 or just 5. Okay, Colt 4 flight, let's move out, 1's moving.
Is that you rolling now, Colt 4?
Colt 4-1 is rolling, so that's the leader, Colt 1.
I'm a bit lost. I'm actually stopped here on the taxiway.
Yep, and so this is me just going past you now, so I'm number 1, number 2's behind me, 3 and then 4, and you come up behind number 4.
Roger.
Yep, so it's a 5-ship flight, and you're number 5. So the flight is called Colt 4, and our position is 1 through 5, so Colt 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, and so forth.
Copy.
Yep, so it's a teaching moment.
Hey, if I listen to this frequency?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah?
Yeah, you guys going to take off, or can we go ahead of you?
You guys might as well go ahead. You're 3, so just take off and form up and go right ahead and head for the tank if you want, or you can just orbit and wait for us to sort it out. Either way's fine.
Just the Harry's going to sit here for a little bit, so just get yourself airborne, mate, it's fine.
And 1 time, okay.
Just be mindful of the wind, guys. I got 10 meters per second on the wind reading from the southeast, so just be quick on the controls as you take off.
Colt 4-4, this is 4-3. Who are you?
4-4 is Icepack.
This is why I use numbers, because I never remember names. Just going to come and hold short adjacent to the Harriers.
That's 2/3 of the RAAF. He had passed on this April.
Doesn't the area look badass? Love the area. Okay, 4 flights come to a stop.
this is 3. Have you got eyes on that windsock over there?
It's looking pretty limp.
It's looking like it's facing the other way.
Yeah, I had a 310 for the direction on the thing. Oh shit, we've had an accident. Watch the smoke though. I think it might be bugged.
Be advised, there's a real strong left to right crosswind.
29 left then.
Okay, full flight, let's step on out and just line up. All flight, all aircraft in the flight will step out. So 1 will be leading on the front left, number 2 on the right, 3 on the left, 4 on the right, and 5 on the left.
Copy.
Number 5, I'll have you take off with 3 and 4 behind them. Just give them a little bit of spacing though. Don't go right up their ass.
Zumba, be advised, you lost 2-4. No, we lost
3-4, Roger, I saw that.
in a takeoff accident.
Yeah, it looked a bit nasty, that did.
We regret to inform you that your son died because he was stupid.
Okay, full flight. This is 4-1. We'll be doing a 2-element takeoff. So 1 and 2 taking off. Just climb out, and then there'll be a left-hand turn, and we'll come to a heading of 240, climbing to 7,000 feet, and maintaining an airspeed at 7,000 at 240. So very slow, very low. And second flight, climb out, left-hand turn, 240 degrees, 7,000 feet, and whatever speed you want to fly at, and so you can play catch up. Once we're formed up, we'll accelerate to climb speed, which is over 400 knots, and then we'll be climbing out to 25,000 feet, and then we'll pick up the TACAN, and we'll head to the tanker. Big Roger from everybody.
2. 240 to 7,003.
That's a Roger.
All broadcast.
Roger 4, and you got that, number 5?
Copy.
Okay. 4-1, accelerate, bring the throttle up to 90%. Okay, check flaps, control right, mill power, and brakes in 3, 2, 1, go.
4, this is 3, power up to 90%. And brakes off.
Turn your left rudder here, mate. Gear up and 1. Okay, pulling number 1's forward back to 97 and left-hand turn.
So this is 3, just keep it in mill.
1's leveling and climbing to 7,000.
3's left-hand turned.
is 4-1, make our climb out to 8,000 feet. 8,000 feet.
4-5 away, 3 flights at 8,000 feet.
2, bring your gear up.
Yeah, I got a problem. My gear's not going up.
Roger.
I gotta head back.
Yeah, roger. Okay, 4-1 is heading 240 at 240 knots at 8,600.
Yeah, FM 3's overhead.
Okay, full flight is number 1, just pop in a few flares, just pull them up on me please.
So 4-5, we've got our guys still just splitting up, getting ready to take off from the earlier incident, so we're just going to wait for...
Yeah, roger that.
Oh, this is 3, confirming your heading still 240, passing through 9,000.
Yeah, I think I've got a problem with my nav system, just a second. 240, yep. Just passing through 9. I'm going to bring in the climb out soon.
Yeah, still quite low, about 240.
Say again?
Is your AS speed quite low?
Yeah, very low, so everybody can catch up. So, whereabouts are you guys? You going to sound off?
3 is your 8 o'clock, 200 yards.
Yep, visual. One's going to level off at Angel's 10.5 here. At Smash is 270.
This is 4-3. Are you back there somewhere?
The only one that shouldn't be here is 4-2. Had to go back for landing gear issues. So I should have number 3 on my left here, number 4, and Sul will be number 5 coming up behind me.
Affirmative.
Number 4 is just off your right.
Yep, visual. Good work.
Five is about 200 metres behind number 1.
Yep, roger. Just form up on the left or the right. Either left by the back there or on the right by my number 4. Okay, full flight, we're just going to accelerate. So push it up to mil power. And let's come into a gentle left-hand turn as we do it. So just a standard 30-degree left-hand turn. Okay, now we're going to begin our climb. So pull up. level, maintain the climb. Okay, tune your TACAN to 25 X-ray, AEF. Just going to come right a little. Okay, leveling 25,000 feet. Maintain slight right hand turn. And we'll come to a heading of 140. And I'll maintain a speed of 315.
Shiraz traffic, Omega 42 type F18, stepping out runway 29, right.
Okay, full flight, this is 1, I'm going to do a left hand turn, probably at 15 degrees.
Quite the crosswind up here.
It's pretty savage. Okay, as we head towards the tanker, I'm not too worried about how you do form. If you want to get super close and practice that, you can go right ahead, or if you want to just keep it loose, that's perfectly fine. Just bear in mind, the further back you are, I'm just going to level here, the further back you are, the harder it is for me to see you. So like, if you look across to my right wing, I think that's my number 4, he's quite far forward, which is really good for me. So all I know, because I know he's over my wing. And so even though it doesn't feel as safe to you, because it feels like if I turn into my number 4 on my right there, I can actually hit him. But it actually is safer because I can see him really easily. I just glance to my right and he's right there. If you're behind me and deep, I find it much harder for me to see, and I may actually turn into you and cause all sorts of whoopsie daisies. But of course, like coming forward like that, it is actually a harder skill to pick up. It's harder to judge whether you're diverging or merging with the aircraft you're forming on, so it does take a bit of practice to get used to. But after a while, it just becomes automatic.
Omega 42 airborne.
Roger them too. We're just sprint towards the tanker if you can. We're taking it pretty slow. We're currently west of the tanker, about 36 miles.
Negative Colt 41, 42, Omega 42's outbound target practice, out.
Yep, roger. Go ahead, 3-2.
Are we going to be joining the tanker from the left side or the right side?
We'll be joining on the left. I know the Australians like to do it the opposite, but it's America Day today. tanker, looks like the tanker's turning around, so he's got a chopper in front of us from left to right. Visual tanker, 11 o'clock. Okay, this is one. We're going to let the tanker just cut across in front of us, and then we'll be doing a right-hand turn, and we'll start following this track. Okay, full flight, just a right-hand turn, 15 degrees of bank. And we're just going to dodge right for a little bit, and then the tanker's turning already, and then we'll be coming around to the left again. That'll get us behind him. Okay, level up. Okay, full flight, left-hand turn, 30 degrees. And this is forward, just remember we have visual on the tanker, 3 miles, 12 o'clock, going right and left at 25,000. Okay, reduce throttle, start slowing down, almost idle, let's pull some speed off. Okay, maintain speed of smash 280. Just got to get a speed check with him. Okay, just going to throttle up. He's going to a bit faster than I thought he was. I'll get to a smash of 310. Correction 300.
See, frequency for the tanker.
Uh, 3141.
3141.
Oh, sorry, yes, Corporal.
little bird told me 125 would be a good frequency to try. Okay, flight, slow down to 280. Okay. And keep reducing speed about 250. We're just going to hang back here for a second and sort ourselves out. 250. Correction 260. We'll sit that. Okay, flight. Go for an echelon left, so all aircraft to the left of lead. Lead is the one pumping a few flares.
Nine o'clock high,
Okay, looking good, guys. Just keep it as tight or as loose as you want. It's just your discretion. Just whatever you're comfortable with. And we're just trailing deep on the left of the tanker, so we're just letting you guys get yourself sorted before we move on. So you're looking good there, so I'm going to push up on the throttle and come up to 280, smash, and I'm going to fall up on the left-hand side of the tanker. So padlock me, so don't take your eyes off the aircraft you're formed up against, so don't look down in the cockpit now.
This tanker in a permanent orbit.
Looks like it. Okay, lead's coming off the throttle a bit. Just got to match speed. My guess is 265 is the smash.
Yeah, I'm showing 0 knots closure at 264.
Yeah, roger. That sounds about right to me. So we're just going to hang off the wing of the tanker for a second and just get used to sitting in close proximity to this big fat fucker. We still got our MiG-21? Yes, we do. Okay, so this will be the tanking procedure. 1 and 3, sorry, will be the first to tank. 1 will be on the right, 3 will be on the left, and we're going to move into position. And once we're in position, then left always goes first. So number 3 will go first and call up the tanker and go through the whole process. And once he's got the, contact sorted, and then 1 will, myself, 1 will go through the same process. It's very methodical and very deliberate. The main reason being so we don't confuse the AI and get them crossed over. Once we're completed, we've both done our tank, then we move to the right observation spot, which is where the MiG-21 is sitting. That'll be my new spot after I've finished tanking, and number 3 will be outboard of me. And so we'll eventually be setting up an echelon right formation. And then number 4 and number 5 will move in. Take either side that you want, but just make sure you communicate which side you're taking so there's no confusion. And once you're in position, remember the left-hand aircraft is always the first one to call the tanker and go through that process. Okay, everybody understand?
Fairly.
Okay, number 1's going to move into right hose.
If that MiG could give us just a touch more space, that'd be awesome.
No, he's fine. He can get as close as he wants. He knows what he's doing. And look, that's where I'm going to be. And I always come in close. I like to get a nice view. So, nice confines. Nice and cozy.
Can you please say smash?
Tanker smash is 264, we think.
Thank you.
And the tank is
having
guys,
some
problems with my 125.
with my comms. What was the tanker channel?
Tanker is 125, I believe.
Three's moving to pre-contact.
Roger 3. One's just moving up on the pod now. I'm going to call, you call him first, because you're a left-hand aircraft. Okay, one's got a call.
125 check-in. 55 check-in.
22. Perfect.
Code 4, this is code 35, we're about 4 miles behind you.
Roger, trailing 4.
125.
Copy. Code 35, safe fuel.
.6.
Treasury 10.2.
2 road 18. 49.2.
5-8.
Roger, thank you.
Slowing down to 239.
Yes, I. Push back up to 250.
Colt 4-3 is topped off, going under and coming right.
Just hold there for a minute 3, I'll be done in a second.
Roger 3 holding.
One's unplugging. One's moving observation right, number 1 slot, and 3 you can take number 2, please.
Coming right, number 2 slot.
Number 4's going to take the left toe.
Roger, go ahead 4, and number 5, take the right, when you're ready. And the tank is ready for you guys.
Hopefully some fuel for us, eh, boys?
Two's in the number 2 slot.
Have we ever run one of these
Roger,
fly
3.
yet?
Nice flying.
I am not sure.
We're slouching back up again. 4.8 miles.
Sorry, say again?
We need to pick it up a bit. We're getting further.
Copy, okay, let's pick up 260. Oh, shit.
I think tanker speed is 260. 3 on directly below you.
Copy.
And you're cleared.
Oh, it's got 2 seconds of it.
3241. Yep. You got the carrier frequency, the TACAN.
Okay, 74X. That's on our channel, by the way.
74 X-ray, thank you.
Time to hit 275, guys.
Runners 3, I'm not picking up anything on 74 X-ray.
Neither am I. 55 X-ray.
Try 55.
You said I could use the Libra from last week. 55 X-ray, still not picking anything up.
A-firm. Copy, it could be bugged.
Alright guys, let's push up to 280. We're not too bad to be closing in on these guys.
Could also be out of TACAN range too at this distance.
It could be, or there is a bit of an intermittent TACAN bag where it turns on and off sometimes, so it could be that. Remember guys, take as long as you want. This is what the training's all about, so don't think you're in a hurry or anything.
Thanks man, we're back here. Take.
Should get some good screenies from this ping. I really should set my all up.
Yeah, so I'm wandering all over the place here. I'm just
Fair bugs on a cat.
you down.
Don't worry, I've got eyes on you. I can't see the fifth one.
36, where are you at the moment?
I'm just going to increase our turn rate a bit.
Coming up on the right side.
Bit of lag there. I spy Mick.
Got him up and way.
Yeah, smash trap.
Got visual on 3 flight, looks like about 2 miles trailing.
Apologies for. Didn't notice, you're all good. I'm trusting you not to hit me while I don't hit the other 3.
We're going to start to level out here because that tanker's leveling out. Trying to right here.
He's not leveling
Level
out.
5 degrees.
Use the circle. Boom.
That's it. Someone said boom and I was like, shit. Someone hit someone.
That made me bloody nervous when you said that.
Yeah, you're the only one who made nervous.
Bradley.
New smash is 292. I want to get within 2 miles. Okay, let's level, go wings level, guys.
And
That's number
if we
4
want to
moving
catch
off.
up, we
Is
could
that
actually
right?
like cut across the inside of the circle.
No, it's good. I don't want to get too close because there's so many room to, if like something goes wrong, I want to be able to brake and not affect us.
Still got the hose on it, might have a bit to top off still.
Yep, go for it, mate.
4-1, you cop.
Say again.
4-5 had to use com 1 to get to the tanker. Com 2's not working.
Roger. Sounds odd.
Just keeps going back to the default number. Won't let me enter.
You just try flicking it to channel 234 and just bashing it there.
Affirmative, tried everything. Could be loading turned up.
Yep, even if you are tuned into tanker, I can still hear you. I'm tuned into it as well.
Alright guys, let's bring a smash back to 290.
So I've got, this is number 1, I have number 3 on my right, and who's beyond you? Is that number 4?
Actually, 280, boys.
Number 4's still on the hose.
Roger, 4's on the hose, 5's on the observation tree, roger.
I give up.
Give it a go, mate.
Okay guys, let's go to 260.
Give me a wee trick with it, is come in nice and low, and try and, because it's fly-by-wire, the aircraft is not going to ascend or descend when you manipulate the throttle, right? So with this one, you can get your nozzle, your probe, at the same altitude, just following him by a couple of meters and just sit there for a while. And you'll soon notice that once you settle it down, it'll just hover there. And once it gets into that nice sweet spot, you just whack her in like you did just there. Now get the pod, if you're sitting slouched a little bit, throttle up, no. So doesn't matter if you rush up on the tanker a little bit, you're going to slow down because you're quite draggy. So as you punch the basket, just let it travel up the hose a bit, and try and get the pod where the hose comes out of, just sitting on top of your HUD screen. Just get it to stick right there. There you are. Just get, throttle up a bit, more throttle. Yep, there we are.
I was just putting on 265, I just want to get it to
will get heavier when the fuel goes
whatever
in.
the tanker smash is.
Yeah, just get that fuel pod on top of your HUD screen.
260,
Get it sitting there.
It's not 260,
Watch the tanker
just
drop
drop,
to the right with your right eye.
just drop distance at 260.
You'll just get into that little pocket. As soon as you start oscillating up and down like that, don't try and plug in because it's just not going to work for you. So just kind of come back on the throttle half an inch and just let the aircraft settle down and then reset. As soon as you need to go start oscillating up and down with the stick, you've already lost essentially. So you've got to get that altitude just right. And once you feel it just sitting in that nice altitude of the basket, then just punch the throttle forward an inch and just put the thing in the thing. Yep, so just sit there hovering behind it a metre or so and then punch it. There you go. And put the pod on top of your HUD glass. Don't be scared to travel up the hose.
Smokey would be proud.
Just try and keep your focus on the pod, not the basket.
Yeah, trying.
Yeah, so I know it kind of makes you apprehensive when you start moving forward and travelling up the hose. You want to back off the throttle and pull away, and then you always pull the stick a little bit and then you start oscillating. You just got to resist it. Just travel up the hose. It's okay. You're not going to hit the tanker. So. What I normally do is hover behind the hose and then a metre.
35.
time, guys. I'll get a fuel call out when he's got it done, and we'll prioritise from that.
How are your fuel states?
Travel up those, let it go forward. Let the momentum take you forward. And just look at that pod and put it on top of your HUD glass. Beautiful. Yep, that looked really good.
That's close enough to full.
Yeah, you're done good. That last hookup, that was nice. Okay, just make your way out to the outer echelon right of the observation there. And just cozy in between number 5 and the mate. He'll move out for you. Okay, 3141, we're going to separate from the tanker. We're just going to climb 5,000 feet and piss off to the south.
Copy that, 41.
Roger, 4 flights separating. Okay, guys, just keep this left-hand turn. Just going to throttle up a little bit. 300 knots or more, and we will begin
Alright, so
climbing.
let's push up to 275. Let's make this close in nice and easy. Can I get a fuel quad up?
274.
Okay, full flight, we'll just begin a gentle climb.
Thanks very much, Phil.
8.8.
I've had no choice other than tack in, unfortunately.
5, 12.3.
So 5.3?
5 has 12 decimal 3 fuel.
Copy. Okay, so Mr. Penn, I'm going to go first.
I'm 6, I'm on 6.
Okay, full flight will be striking up a heading of 160, and we'll be leveling out at 30,000. Just beginning to level the altitude now. Near enough. Smash is 292. Wings leveling. Actually, going to come left 5 degrees, bit of a crosswind here. Okay, leveling there. for flight, set your bingo to 2,000 pounds. No, disregard that. Set it to 4,500. Turn the anti-skid off on your left console there. Make sure your hook bypass is set to carrier and your landing lights are set to off. On your radar altimeter, set it to 375 feet. And we'll change our QNH to 2938.
Sorry, what was the radio channel?
No radio, we're staying on this one to 254. The QNH will be set to 2938 for the barometric altimeter. Radar altimeter set to 375 feet. Anti-skid off, landing light off, and hook bypass to carrier. Well, it becomes very difficult when you've got a flight formation at the same time, doesn't it?
Affirmative.
Yeah, it's a head fuck.
Well, it's alright if you set it to autopilot on.
Yeah. That's my little trick. Okay, once you guys are organised, we're going to practice ingress into an AO. So, at the moment, I don't care how you do your form. You can get as close as you want, or as far away as you want, as long as you say it in the same patch of sky as I am, which you are. But now we're going to switch into a fence-in. So, fence-in, if you don't already know, it means it's basically transforming your aircraft into something that flies and navigates from A to B in a normal manner to something that is now a weapons platform, right? So it's an evolution of the aircraft. So we're going from basically being a civilian aircraft to a military aircraft, if you can think of it like that. And so part of the fencing procedure is we extinguish all emitters that we don't need. And lights, for example, are emitters. We also master arm on the aircraft. We'll also switch to any tactical frequencies, if any. We prepare our weapons. In this case, we have none, so we won't be doing that. We also put our aircraft into the relevant air-to-air or air-to-ground mode that we may be using for the appropriate weapon selected, and making sure, double-checking that all the programming for those weapons are correct. Other things I tend to do is I just double check that the oxygen's on. I double check anything that I need to fiddle with in the cockpit. I make sure I set them exactly where I want them, so I don't have to fuck with them again. Because the last thing you want to do is heads down, right? Also changing all MFDs to the relevant things. So that's the internal evolution of the aircraft, and now we're going to look at the external evolution of your aircraft as part of a flight. So as it is now, this formation that we're doing is not good for an ingress into a hostile territory. So I normally like to do like a line abreast or what I call a shallow echelon formation, or a battle line, whatever you want to call it. And essentially, it's if you look at my number 3 there, who's the first aircraft off my wing, if he just moves forward until my engine nozzles almost appear level to him, and then moves out about 100 yards, and that'll be his battle form. So you're just moving up. The reason you want to move up is it reduces the possibility of anything you're shooting actually hitting me, the more forward you are, because more off your frontal hemisphere I become, the more bored you are. And also pushing off a little bit, so about 100 metres or so, or more, so give plenty of spacing, lots of spacing. Essentially, the ingress, once you're fenced in, to me a formation is, if you're in the same patch of sky and you can see each other, you're in formation. That's good enough for me, yeah. And so with a lot of space like that, now it's like infantry tactics. You know, when the infantry are advancing on an objective, they spread out on the battle line, and that maximises forward-facing firepower, and also in our case, it maximises forward-facing sensors and everything like that. It reduces the likelihood of actually us having an air-to-air with each other, and it reduces the likelihood of us shooting each other as well, because we can't shoot something that's beside you when you're shooting in front of you, right?
And that's about complementary visual checks of each other's suits.
Yeah, and plenty of spacings. As long as we can actually see each other, that's fine. I often fly battle form like 2 miles separation, you know, often like that. And often, if you're just operating as a 2-ship element, often a separation of 2 miles is actually pretty good, because what that does is, if a 2-flight element attacks you, if they're not communicating very well, they'll go after one or the other, right? And if they go after the other, he'll turn away from you intentionally. He won't turn towards you, because he's trying to get them to take the bait and follow them away, and then you can just turn into them, onto their 6 and shoot them. Right, so having that big separation facilitates that. If you're really close together though, to them, you just appear as one ship. You know, and you essentially are. You're a 2-ship element that's so close together that if they shot a Fox 3 at you, it's anyone's guess which actual aircraft the Fox 3 is going to go for, because you're so close together. Also, it's for protection as well, just like the infantry like to stay far apart from each other. If a grenade goes off amongst you, it's only going to kill 1, possibly 2, and it's the same deal with you guys. If you stay far apart, if a Phoenix comes roaring through, it's only going to kill 1 person, and hopefully it's you and not me.
It also gives complementary 6 checking.
Certainly does. So there's a good reason for it, and it also makes your life easier. The another thing it does, and it's not often mentioned, is that it helps improve your situational awareness, because the further you are away from me, the less likely, the less often you have to look at me to see, to fix your form flying, right? You know, if you just look out your window, as long as you see a black dot, that's good enough, right? And then you can go back to looking at your radar, looking at your SA page, double-checking the navigation to make sure I'm not making a fuck-up, double-checking the fuel, making sure I haven't fucked that up either, and then go take another look at me, then back to your radar, SA page, and then do your visual scan all around, and then check your 6. But the closer you are to me, the more often you have to look at me, and the more often you have to look at me, the lower your situation awareness becomes. And you can get to the point where you get so close to me, which a lot of guys like to fly into an AO in parade formation, essentially, where they're like 1 metre off my wingtip, and or you look at them, and all they're doing is looking at me. They don't take a single glance into their cockpit, so their situational awareness is 0. So if I died, if I disconnected, or whatever happens, they have no idea where they are, they have no idea what they're doing, and if I get killed, eventually it's effectively a mission kill on them as well, because they become useless, you know. But if they're far away like you guys are now, your situational awareness is every bit as good as mine now. So that's another big reason to do it. I'm not having any luck with this bloody TACAN, so I'm going to give up on the TACAN, but we're going to persevere with doing the
what's the
case
TACAN number?
marshalling. We'll just use a we'll just check a waypoint on top of the carrier, and we'll just DZ the waypoint or something, and we'll just treat the waypoint as a as a TACAN station.
What is it, TACAN?
It's supposed to be either 74 or 55, but it's I'm not getting anything. I reckon it's either bugged or he didn't put it in. It's no big deal. And the carrier looks like it's heading southeast, so just click on it, take a photo of the lat longs, and just chuck him in as a waypoint. And he's only going 30 knots, so the waypoint should be relevant for quite a while.
So, waypoint I've just dropped in, it's got carry about 70 miles.
Roger that. Yep, that's a watch. And he's got a BRC will be 115. But we're not going to go straight into the case 3. Next thing we're going to do is just going to play around with some ingress, so as tactical air, so ground attack. So as you can see, there's an island at our 11 o'clock. So what I want to do is number 3, you're going to be my wing. 4 and 5, you're going to be the other 2-ship element. And so get 4 and 5 to form up on my left wing. We're going to get an okay on that.
Sorry.
Sounds like I'm speaking to the void. So number 4 and number 5, just form up on my left wing. I'm the one punching a few flares.
Sorry, I lost sight.
Yep, I'll be at your low 7 o'clock, so you'll see some flares being punched.
Yeah, roger. Eyes on.
Left about 10 degrees and drop some altitude. And yeah, and the other one's just trailing on my deep left there. Yep, you're doing good. And just form up on my left wing there. And who's on my left wing already?
That was number 4.
Say again? Who's on my left wing? Okay, this is 4-1. Which of my wingmen is on my left wing there, trailing?
4-5.
Okay, number 5's on my left, and number 4 just form up echelon left on 5. Okay, so you guys are a 2-ship element, and number 5, you'll be the element lead. We're not doing anything complicated. So we're passing overhead on an island right now, and if we look out to at 10 o'clock, you'll see another island about very similar size out there, just a little bit more offshore. That island is the enemy. And so we are a tactical wing, right? So which means we're an air-to-ground wing, and we drop bombs and stuff like that. Now we're just going to pretend for a moment that our cap aircraft have been taken away, so that they've gone on to another assignment on short notice, and we don't have any combat air patrol around us. And what that means is we have to look after ourselves. Now ordinarily when we go into a strike, we just go as a flight. We go in and kill whatever needs to be killed as one big group. And then we go home and have our tactics. But because we don't have a cap flight with us, normal tactic is to actually split our flight into two ship elements. One element will go and hurt the enemy, while the other element will provide overhead watch. And we'll switch to an air-to-air mode and just make sure no hostile aircraft shows up. Now that's all well and good. It's a very simple thing to get in your head as a concept. It's actually quite hard to do properly because when you split up, you lose sight of each other, right? And timing is everything. And so it's no good our strike element getting to that island and dropping bombs if they don't have the cap element providing overwatch at the same time. Like if there's a miscommunication and a strike element ends up going in there early, they're all by themselves, right? And they can get killed by MiG-21s or something like that shows up unannounced. So communication and coordination is key, right? So I'll just go, element number 1 is myself and my number 3, which is just sitting on my right wing there. Element 2 will be number 4-5 and 4-4, okay? So I have element 2 form up on my left wing, me being the one popping the flares, and I'll get you guys formed up in a tight formation, and we need to get this done because we're moving along a bit here. So just form up nice and tight.
Yeah, it looks like 4 might be trailing me.
Yeah.
Sorry about it.
Poke out there. Number 4, you want to come on to my left wing like I asked before?
Nobody pushing up.
Yep, the more deeper behind me you are, the harder it makes my life, because I've got to crane my neck all the way around and try and get a visual on you, and it makes it hard.
4-1, hot flare.
Yep, so your wingman is on my left wing there, so get up nice and close with him. There we are, sensational. Okay, so we're going to pick an island. We've got 3 islands off to our left there. We're going to pick this very centre small island there, the little bugger there. That is the enemy, and you guys are the strike aircraft. All you have to do is overfly that island. That's it, at 500 feet or something like that. Now the thing is that's easy to do, but we have to provide your cap overwatch at the same time, and we can't provide that. Let's assume our data link goes down. We can't provide that unless you tell us what you're doing and where you are. And so when you just soon you're going to split off from me. You're going to go off to the left there, and when you're just ready, number 5, you're the lead. Just say IP inbound. That tells me that you're about a couple of miles away from the island and you're beginning your attack, and you're descending down to low altitude and you're skimming across the sea, and you're going to go murder the enemy being the island. Just telling me that, IP inbound, and tell me a range. Just make up a range. You don't have to get it precise. All that does is it tells me, he's this far away, I need to get him over here positioned now, or I need to hurry up, or I need to slow down. It's just about coordination. What this does is it gets you out of your own cockpit. Instead of just thinking about yourself, you've got to think about everybody else around you now. And so that's what part of operating a flight is, okay? So you understand?
Copy.
Okay, number 3, you're just on my right wing. Just stay as you are, and we're just going to notch off to the right here a little bit, but just battle line, just whatever you want to do. Okay, element 2, number 5 being the lead. You can commence your attack on that evil island whenever you want, and just don't flood the comms of shit. Just say something when something's important. Say it, and it just lets us know what's going on. And assume that I can't see you.
Roger. IP inbound, 10 miles.
Roger, IP inbound, element 1, let's come to a left-hand turn, maintain altitude, and we'll increase our speed to Mach 86. Okay. And Vincent.
4-4, going to maintain 400 knots, 500.
Affirmative, copy.
Okay, element 1, we'll come to a heading of 045.
Smash is currently 423.
Okay, element 1, our smash is 315.
These Angels 12, 5 miles from target.
Roger. And 1 is maintaining overwatch to your west, about 3 miles, at Angels 28.
Copy that.
1-3, what's your secondary radio? Is it 2?
My secondary radio is this channel, and my other radio is 253, but I've got it turned down.
visual on the strike.
1.
2 o'clock, very low, 5 miles from the island.
5 miles. Element 1, right-hand turn, coming
Yeah,
heading
good car.
of 100.
Element 2 is 30 seconds from target.
30 seconds, roger.
And Pickle,
Good job, guys. Just egress 160. Correction. 210. Okay, 210 if you want.
10,000.
Unreal the last, everyone got stepped on.
160, 10 Angels 10.
Yeah, okay, guys, we're going to form up. Just come to a heading of 210. Climb up to Angels 20. We'll come down and meet you. And just set a smash to 250 knots. 210 degrees, 250 knots. Angels 20.
Copy.
Sorry, it's really crowded you there for a second.
There's a lot of chatter going on TeamSpeak at the moment. I'm having trouble getting all of your commands.
Yeah, I was going to turn my TS.
Having trouble with what?
Yeah, top of her.
TS is quite noisy at the moment.
What was
Coming,
the heading?
come right now, 210, number 3. We'll come around on these guys.
Come right 210.
And leaving at 20,000 there.
Okay, cool. Colt 41, Stennis traffic.
Go ahead.
I see you circling overhead, Colt 41. Are you marshalling, or are you ready to get into the pattern?
Roger, Stennis is Colt 41. We're just going to be forming up at Angels 20. We'll be dropping down to Angels 10, and then we'll head off to the south, and then we'll make contact, and we'll begin our marshalling.
Copy that, 40, second element, 2 o'clock, 5 miles.
2 o'clock, 5 miles, visual. Just step on the gas a little bit. You just stay as you are, mate, or accelerate.
All 5 leveling out, Angels 20.
Roger, this is 1. Just Angels 20, maintain a heading of about as you are, and just a low speed, 250, something like that.
Roger that, slowing down to 250.
Yeah, roger. We have visual. We'll be joining on you shortly. That was good work, guys, that you did before. Very nicely done.
Got a buddy spike.
Yeah, confirm that was 3.
Okay, 4 and 5, just do a left-hand turn, 30 degrees angle of bank.
Come out left for the regional.
Yep, we'll come and just let them go across the front, and then we'll do a lefty. Just let them break across the front. And and left-hand turn now.
Cold 4-2, Stennis traffic, push 260 when you're inbound.
Stennis Colt 4-3, copy 260.
Or one still maintaining orbit.
Yep, 1-1's just pushing up on your left there.
Copy, yeah, visual.
Okay, smash is going to be 300 knots. Just let you guys accelerate and get up on the wing. Just for your reference, the carrier is off to our north, about 22 miles.
Copy.
Run 3, now echelon left.
Visual.
Well, 5 is echelon right.
Roger, same. Okay, flight, just tune your other radio to 260, please, 260. If you want, that'll be the Stennis traffic ATC.
Copy.
Okay, guys, come left, 300.
Run, this is 3, we're going to go through fence out before we start our case on approach.
So again, sorry?
Are we considered combat complete fencing out?
You can if you want. Yeah, you can fence out if you want. And we have a visual of the carrier at our 2 o'clock low. Okay guys, just double check, turn your lights on, radar altimeter to 375 feet, barometric Q&A 2938, anti-skid off, landing light off, hook bypass the carrier, and at this point now, everybody lower their hook. Settle. Okay, cold flight, just throttle back, come back almost idle, and we'll start descending, and 360, come right.
Oh, well, I've lost visual of you. I think I'm high above.
Yep, roger, I got you. Just keep that 0G, just keep coming down, I got you. Just come round to 360, roll out, and maintain your descent, and you'll see me on your 9 o'clock there.
Roger, tell it.
overspeeding a little bit, just reduce the speed down to 300 knots. Pop out a little bit up, air brake guys, and we're just going to steepen this drive down. Bunch of air brake out, and we're going to go for a 20-degree nose down dive. Just levelling out, 1,000 feet, 360, 300 knots. Cold flight will come right, steer course 180, and we'll get into the BRC. Then we'll come left onto the BRC, and we'll do our initial and brake. As we're coming in, I'll just give you a quick rundown on how we want to go about that. But for now, we just come to 180, and form up pretty tight on me. We'll get it nice and tight. Got to look good for the cameras. Once we're leveling, 1,000 feet. Okay, when you come in, just I want an echelon right, so just form up on my right wing, get nice and close and get up on me. I don't want a lot of spacing.
300 knots still.
Okay, let's increase our speed to 350 knots. And we're going to drop down to 800 feet.
Are we switching to radar or barrow?
To what, sorry?
800 feet radar or barrow?
Either should be the same. With that 2938 should give you the same, about the same. Okay, have a visual on the Stennis. Come left, guys. Yeah, 115. Good flying, guys. Nice. Yep, this is correct. 115 is our BRC. Okay, we're just going to come up a little bit shallow. So here we are on the initial. We're 350 knots at 800 feet. That's a critical number. As we pass overhead, I'll be the first one to brake, of course, and then you count off between 10 and 15 seconds, and then the number 2 slot breaks off, and then 10, 15 seconds number 3, and then 10, 15 seconds number 4. Everybody understand that?
Either, so.
Roger.
Roger.
Yep, that's why I've got you initial on the right, otherwise I'll be flying into you when I brake. Looks like the carrier's travelled about 2 miles since we took our fix, 2-3 miles. It's not too bad. Just remember, guys, the wind is a little bit stiff, so just be wary of that when you're doing your base.
Do we have a current wind readout?
Currently the wind, we're going into the wind now, I think. So I think the wind is... yeah. No, actually it's a little bit off. Yeah, it's a little... no, it should be right, Bobby, because it's a 10-degree offset on the carrier deck, isn't it? So it should be fine. Just come to the right a little bit, guys. Just want to notch over to the right, just to correct my heading a little. Yeah, we're looking good there. And we've got a green deck.
What was the spacing again?
10 seconds.
So count off 10 seconds. Roger. Very nice.
Call 4 flight, may I request you guys stay in there as long as possible?
Say again, please.
May I get you guys to stay on the deck as long as possible for the happy snap?
Oh yeah, sure, we're just going to hang it out. Close my canopy because curb's really noisy.
Terribly sorry about that, old chap.
Yeah, so consider it, old boy. There was a very nice case one, but I was actually quite impressed.
Managed to fix the anchor of the carrier.
A little bit cavalier, but it was
magic.
actually pretty
So
good.
now we have a glide packing. You got completely stepped on there, 4-1.
Say again, 3-1.
The tacking on the carrier is now fixed.
Roger. Yep, confirmed it's working.
Hit some targets still.
Yeah, can do.
At the moment, call 1.
So as you guys can see, the marshal up in the nest there, he just took us straight into the carrier because there was no other aircraft around. But if you can imagine, if let's say there was another flight who was just doing what we were doing just then, we would have to enter the marshal stack. And that's just that orbit that I described earlier, starting at 2,000 feet. Normally as well, the marshal, when you're in the marshal, I prefer to actually go into the marshal stack initially because it lets me do some calculations and things like that. We've got plenty of fuel on board, so it didn't really matter.
Commencing descent down to Angels 8.
But normally what you do is...
Copy that, call 2, be advised, BRC is 193.
Copy, BRC 193.
Just as call 4-1, I had a BRC just before 115 magnetic.
Okay.
Finished traffic. Call 3-3, inbound to the carrier, 46 miles.
Yep, so what I'm doing when you're in the marshal stack, you've got to make
maintain
sure
current
you've
heading.
got enough fuel to do
do not
carrier.
descend below 2,000 feet.
2,000 pounds is an absolute minimum
Not below
in
2,000,
the marshal space. I know it sounds like a lot, but there's been a number of times
Got
where
one
I just
eyes
got a
on the
track
carrier,
just hasn't enough fuel
continuing
to do it.
descent down
That's
to
because of
800.
delays, the carrier changes
Roger,
direction.
call 1, stands traffic.
Somebody else declares an emergency and they push in front of you and you've got to go back up the stack. All that sort of shit. And remember, the F-18 uses a lot of fuel at low altitude, especially if it's quite warm. And so in the Persian Gulf it normally is. So yeah, 2,000 pounds minimum. If normally what I do is I'll go and hit the S3 Viking straight away, and I'll take on about 1,500 pounds, and I'll bring it up to 3.5 as minimum. And 3.5 is normally that's in the vicinity. It depends on the procedure the carrier is doing. If the carrier is near a friendly airbase, normally the typical fuel load allowed on the aircraft is around about 3.5. Sometimes it's a bit higher, 3.8. And what that does is it gives you, in case there's a problem with the tanker and you can't recover the aircraft properly or whatever it is, you can still got enough fuel to get to your alternate airfield and make a safe landing. But when you're in blue water and you're a long way from any other airfield, then I think they lower that a little bit, down to around about 2,000 or so.
Stands traffic.
you're actually hear, if you ever listen to real life comms of carrier ops, you actually hear that the air boss or the marshal or whatever they call it, actually telling them what their minimums are allowed to be for their type of aircraft with their and with all these considerations in place. Okay, so while we're sitting there waiting for everybody to sort their lives out, we won't be taking off again unless you guys really want to, but next week what we'll be doing is we'll actually do the tactical side of it, so we'll actually be operating off the carrier, we'll be taking weapons, we'll be going to a range, and we'll be killing some, particularly evil-looking orphanages and churches and schoolyards and things like that with just iron bombs, Mark 83s. And we'll be doing that as a low-level strike, penetrating into Iranian territory, and we'll be navigating our way to just a predefined attack point. We'll be attacking it as a flight, and we'll be egressing as a flight at low level. And that's a very simple mission. It's actually very difficult to do as a flight. It's quite difficult to do by yourself, to be honest, because navigating at low level is a very different world than navigating at high altitude like we were before. And doing it as a flight makes it even more complicated. So we'll be doing that next week.
Got 1, ball 5.
Roger, ball.
Stennis, Colt 3-5 on approach. 25 miles.
Roger, Colt 3-5
just starting to lag.
14.
I thought that was something, it was just lag.
Ziffer Bolter. Colt 3, is that you ping? Stennis control.
I find bolting in the F-14 relatively exciting.
Colt 3, enter a Marshall stack over the carrier at 2,000 feet.
I find that last turn onto a final on the carrier in the F-14 an exciting experience.
Yeah, I never felt quite in control with
Colt
that
3-5,
aircraft.
RP, Stennis control.
Go, 3-5.
You got somebody overhead on the
Not
initial.
descend below 3,000 feet into a Marshall stack above the carrier.
Remove the stack. It's not descend below 3,000 feet until Marshall stack. Go.
This is 3. What do I need to keep running to get the radios up and running while the engines are off?
You can kill the engines, the radios will stay on.
You can also put the ground power on it, but if your battery goes.
Alright, ping, Stennis control, you are cleared to descend to 800 feet and enter the initial.
Stennis Tower, Colt 3-1, checking in Pilot 3 Hornets, fuel state 7.7, 50 miles.
Copy that, Colt 3, what was it, 3-1?
3-1.
Roger, Colt 3-1, maintain course. Check in when you're 20 nautical miles away. Ping, I didn't get a confirmation from Stennis control.
Radio check.
Yeah. God damn it. Copy last, you are cleared to enter the ignition.
Copy. Entering ignition.
Roger that. Hardly status control, can you view fuel state?
Stennis, Hardly, say again.
You can have a fuel state, Hardly.
Stennis, fuel state is 6.1.
Roger, 6.1.
Bring it up.
Hardly status control.
Stennis, Hardly.
Maintain Marshall stack, descent to 2,000 feet.
Descending to 2,000.
Stennis.
You get your radios up once you went into ground power.
Over.
Yeah, it can be a bit tricky sometimes.
Copy. Ground power is now on.
I was just looking, apparently, when the data link system's properly sorted out, you get 2 more voice channels over data link, which would be quite handy.
How does that work?
It's called mid-A and mid-B. Mids A and B, you'll see the volume control by the RWR volume there, TACAN volume. I don't know how they work, it's just it's voice over IP basically, by the looks of it.
Oh, right, yeah.
Chappie, I might be getting you to come in first. Cypher, can you give me a fuel state again?
Sure, 8.5. 8.0, sorry.
Roger that. Is everybody in your flight on the same fuel state, more or less?
Oh, sorry, 7 down lowest.
Cypher, maintain 2,000 feet, please, instead of 1.
Copy. Is the flyby denied?
Flyby is authorized, but at 2,000 feet, please. We got someone coming in.
Copy, 2,000 feet.
Chappie's at 3,000, heading 180. Do you want me onto initial straight away or into the stack?
We got you're behind an F-14 at the moment, Chappie. I think you're going to have to do a, yeah, you can go straight to the initial, sorry, yes.
Roger, Chappie initial in 30 seconds, descending to 800.
Roger. Be advised there is a 14 on its way in. Bearing 185 from your position, 3 nautical miles.
Go ahead looking.
Chappie, can you make your course 215?
Chappie currently flying 110, confirm you want to head reciprocal?
215, yeah.
Roger, turning around.
Negative. 196, sorry, 196.
Flying 196.
Hardly, what are you doing?
Hardly is off center for his initial overpass.
Alright, Chappie, you're clear for the initial. Hardly seems to have flown off the initial.
It just took me a long time to turn around, but I'm sorry.
So 1 past
Roger.
Past the turnaround point.
Chappie, cleared in.
Chappie's 4 miles, turning back in on initial 800 feet.
Everyone's Sonic Boom.
Fucking noisy thing, isn't it?
Not too bad with the helmet on.
Stennis Tower, request back to Marshall. Copy, 31, request to Marshall.
Cypher, Sinus, traffic marshal is 360 from your current heading.
Let's see how Hartley does. He's been
3,000
practicing a lot lately.
Sorry, say again?
Bearing 360, 3,000
I think
feet.
it is, yeah.
Copy, I think.
I put in a heap of practice doing case ones in it a couple of days ago, and
On at 422,
actually
Chappie in the break.
started getting it.
Copy, Chappie.
Hardly turning base.
I keep getting too slow on that base turn. When the wind drops and you're into a drink.
And the engines are that powerful, if you goose them too much, it just takes off on you. Things are a little high here. Yeah.
You don't have a cheap button, but
Oh, he's looking good there, doesn't he?
Roger, Paul.
Remember.
yeah, mash that DLC
Chappie
button.
paddles.
Yeah, he's smashing it.
Roger, Chappie.
Did you hear him come off the bow just then?
Oh, 3-wire. Oh, no, 2-wire. 2-wire, Tomcat.
I could hear that. Yeah, he just drilled that into the deck. So,
Crew chief is going to be pissed.
where you heard you come off the bow there, hardly.
Chappie, green deck. Cypher, status control, status traffic, maintain heading 000.
Copy.
In 7 miles, you are cleared to move into the initial.
Copy. Moving to initial 800 feet.
Chappie ball 3.9.
I got visual on Colt 3. Probably at our 10 o'clock.
Sorry, can we get barometric altitude, please?
5 o'clock from the ship.
Say again, Cypher?
Yeah, carrier heading and...
Or as we say in my industry, 2 points to port from aft.
Roger.
Or 2 points to starboard
Maintain
from
current
aft.
heading, I'll tell you when to turn.
Oh, fuck, that's confusing.
BRC for carrier is 115.
Yeah, every point is about 11.5 degrees or so. And you, it's either...
Okay, Cypher, make your heading 109.
So let's say it's at the 2
Descend
o'clock
to
position from the
800
ship.
feet, you are
We'll say
clear to enter the
3 points to starboard from forward.
Cypher, do you copy
And
last?
if it's you say 4 o'clock, you'll say 1 point aft from from starboard.
Cypher.
Is that just to
Make
give
it
you
extra
a
confusing.
bit more descriptive than the clock face?
Make your heading 118.
That's what we use actually. Like
Altitude 800 feet, you are cleared for initial.
Normally we use forward, aft, port, starboard, port bow, starboard bow, port quarter, stern quarter. That's how we normally do it. But if you want to be actually super more precise, you normally use the point system. It's a really old school system. It's been around for hundreds of years.
That's pretty much maritime in general, isn't it?
Yeah, everything. It's all a mixture of old school and French.
Fucking poop deck.
Cypher, status traffic.
Something just exploded on the deck.
You can enter the initial. Right hand side of the carrier.
Where?
I'm unsure if this is Cypher's is tower buzz or what. What's going on?
They picked the wrong boat.
Does seem to be a non-standard everything.
Did they just buzz a cruiser?
Wrong boat.
Yeah, sorry guys, we've fucked up this approach. Just give us a second.
Now he's going to go try and
I've
fix it.
fucked up this approach. That's much better.
Good one, Cypher.
Look, it's very easy to confuse a missile cruiser with an aircraft carrier. They almost look exactly the same, I'm telling you.
Bigler, did you notice a big cruiser is exactly a mile abeam?
Yes, he said.
Now where's he going?
Hey, as Ping, if you're still on the air, if we can modify this mission, if we can push the carrier further in the Gulf until it's basically direct west offshore from Shiraz International.
Copy, all the way up?
Yeah, all the way up there, so it's just west or near to it, just whatever makes sense to you. So it's just relatively close to Shiraz International, and we'll use it as a, just basically as a training carrier. If you think it can be don't. I haven't thought about wind direction and base legs and if there's enough room for that. You may need to work that out.
Oh, it's not moving that much in a few hours. It's not a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Like even when the tack end and it's only steaming like 30 knots, I think. When the tack end wasn't working, we just put a waypoint on it and then only like moved about 2.5, 3 miles in that whole time. So. We're just watching Cyber trying to fix up his fucking initial. And so our next mission we'll be doing strike bombing. We're going to take off Shiraz, just go straight to carrier, case 1, rearm, and then do a carrier strike into some orphanage.
We now have the possibility of dropping stuff anyways if you want to change your mind when the mission's running.
Yeah, that's bloody handy. Just put that in. That's got to read up on the syntax for it that he's posted. How do we play during the week?
Sif, are you on the panels?
Yeah, FM monitoring.
Copy Gold Leader, deck is
You
green.
need to tell me how you fix that tack end.
Wrote a script, plugged it in.
Fucking all this auto magical shit that he does. It's wizardry.
So you grab the Lua file and you drop it on top of DCS with your mouse?
Yeah, wave my magic wand.
Maximus panels.
Could you say that script is something we can call up when needed?
I'll add it to the mission,
Gold Leader.
and then that way you can just you can have a exec command to reset tack end.
Look at that sync. Wave off. Off we go.
Wave off.
Oh God! Oh God!
Oh, Maximus green deck.
Copy.
Call the ball.
Shitting diamonds at that point.
Oh, ping as well. Could you, that cruiser that's trailing 1 mile, could you put it on the port quarter instead?
There is another on the forward.
Roger ball.
Yeah, it's just on the other side there. So where it is now, that's starboard quarter, and port quarter's on the other side. So exact same distance, but port quarter. Don't have to, just if you remember.
I did not understand what you meant because I don't speak Polish.
So where it's now is like the 4 o'clock position, right? If you can put it on the 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock position instead. No big deal, only if you remember.
Oh, okay, so further back, so it tells you when to turn?
Yeah, basically. So the distance is exactly right. That's like, what, a mile? And but just on the other side, the left-hand side rather than the right-hand side where he is. So on the clock face, relative to the carrier, it would be about 7:30, around about there.
Copy 1, Honor 4, 6.6.
Thanks very much, you've been awesome.
Roger ball.
3 wire or go home.
1 wire. Yep.
1 wire, Cypher 1 wire.
I know.
We all know.
We're all watching. I screwed up many times.
Gold Leader type corner at the initial.
Roger Gold Leader. Clear to continue.
Maximus turning paddle.
Roger Maximus. Deck is green, Maximus. Call the ball.
When are you supposed to call paddles?
basically when you can see the square of the round down on the downward leg.
Gold leader in the break.
Is it the equivalent of calling the base turn then in a land landing?
Yeah, basically it's the same thing. And yeah, I don't know why they call it paddles, but and maybe they're just adjacent to the paddle station over there, you know, or whatever. I don't know.
Gold leader.
Gold leader, can you extend your downward leg to allow Maximus to land, please?
Nathan.
Looks like we've got a long straight-in approach.
I think he did go around, he's just gone real deep.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Alright, Goldie, you're cleared for
Have you
your
really
base
looked
turn
into
now.
it? That's basically what a case 2 is, isn't it? It's like just a super exaggerated but case 1, is that right?
No idea, sorry.
That's 3/4 of a mile. Well, 5.5.
Roger,
I
Paul.
thought the case 2 was like ILS approach to the start of the case 1.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Maximus 3-wire.
Tires.
This is the last guy.
I think so.
Goldie, deck is green.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, he's blown his tires, Maximus.
Yeah, it looks like you're left in front first.
Really? He came down pretty gently,
Straight
looked
on
like.
takeoff.
Oh, he did take off.
Yeah, I can't turn this around.
Oh, there's that float.
Oh, yep. And then watch the power come off, now power comes back on, power comes off.
Bolter, bolter, bolter.
You're right.
That crosswind really does make it hard.
If you bolt it, it's supposed to go back to
Is it actually coming across the deck?
I didn't notice it when I was landing. It's very strong, but
No, I think it's okay.
I think the
still
carriers
need to
aligned
line.
properly.
It's cool.
It felt
Goldie,
like
if you're
it
the
was
only
to
one
me.
that's in the initial pattern at the moment, you
I
can
lined it up
continue
straight,
to
it should be
have as many shots
directly
as you want.
opposite to the wind.
Yeah, it felt like it to me, like it was actually coming down the centre line of the landing.
What's your fuel state, Goldie?
5.0. I haven't seen anyone deviate laterally.
contact paddles.
I know I had a bit of drift to the right, I think.
Yeah, because if you're on BRC, it'll make you drift because the carrier's not hitting straight into the wind. But it averages out to give you combined
Give me
carrier
that lone
speed.
kid in the back, Max.
Because they go down the flight deck.
Off to the
on,
side.
in the groove. It felt like it to me anyway. I'm too used to Gore server, we got 30 knots crosswind on the carrier, you know.
Just drop the wing, mate, you'll be right.
I just, because I'd like, every time I land on the Gore server, I always think of Ziffer, you know, because I think that motherfucker can sort this problem out with a script in like 20 seconds, and the carrier will always head into the wind properly, and then return to a base point, and then reassume or whatever. Because I asked them about it, you know, is there anything you can do about it? And they said, no, we can't, there's no way to make the carrier to face the wind. And I thought, alright, fucking shit, it can't.
Four wire, Goldie, 4 wire.
No float that time. I saw that Sidewinder go right past my face.
that everyone landed?
He'll be tested on the serial number later.
That is everyone landed.
Yep.
This is Stennis Control, signing off.